Okay, so Dr. Lambert offered you to take your certificate for QuickBooks instead of the final exam. So I did the certificate because it benefits the business I already established last year. And I did the QuickBooks certificate and got 100 on my final exam. But you just decided for yourself if you rather want to do the question from the IIS book or you want to do the certificate. If you plan to establish yourself as a bookkeeper or even want to go further and do your CPA, public CPA license, so you can do other people's tax returns and stuff like this, I would suggest you establish that account already and put that in there. So my certificate is not in my school email account. My certificate is in my business account that I established. All right, so you're just gonna read all this. I just get right to where I want to start talking to you. It's the QuickBooks. So you can actually click here and see if it comes up, and it does come up. So counting, okay, get started. And then you get all of this. Okay, you can read and learn and all of this. If you just want to skip all this, you just put in here QuickBooks Pro Advisor. And you're going to click this one here. And you will get right here. And it says sign up for free. Okay. If you choose to use your school account email address, go and put your school account email address in it. If you choose to use your personal, put your personal. If you established already LLC or whatever name that is that you're using, put that in there. Whatever it's comfortable for you. First name, last name, your mobile number, I think it's for the two-way verification, and then continue. I'm not going to do that because I did that already. I will just show you how it looks for me when I go into my school account, because I established that too for you to, show a little bit around. So this is how it looks. Let me show you, get out of here. I should have done that before so you can see how you log in. So this is your regular login that you had so far. And you put in your password. And you've probably seen that on my screen multiple times. This is the old course I did last time. This is the actual course we're going through right now. And this is my QuickBooks accountant course, not course, account. So you will have this now. And I don't know what he thinks you need to call it. I don't think there's any description that says you have to name it like this. So I said ABC student account for myself, so I can distinguish that. And you go in here, and this is what you're going to see. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So we already know this view here. Already know the bookmarks. You remember you're going to put the bookmarks with this little doodad here. We know this button, and we know this button too. So it's almost the same, but it's not. So what happened? They added this here where you can manage your clients. You're going to have your clients lined up here. You're going to see some details, email, phone, so you can get directly in touch with them if there's something. Banking, it will show you how many transactions are to be reviewed in your banks. Payroll alerts, if you have payrolls with them, it will send you an alert, hey, it has to be done by today or tomorrow or however. Your taxes and your tax returns. If you are not a tax advisor or, CPA with a public license, or you work under one that actually holds that whole thing, I'm not sure if you should do this because I think it requires a license. So be careful with offering those services. And then a lead is your friend said, hey, my other friend has a landscaping company and he needs a good bookkeeper. I'm just gonna send you the phone number and you can get in touch with him. And you say, yeah, sure, no problem. So you will put in here, my friend Gary told me about that. And then what that means is that when you have a lot of clients and they add up, you can actually see who's your main lead resource and who do you really want to say thank you at the end of the year and who was a supporter of your business. So this is why you keep that up, to really see what's going on. And then actions, of course, we know about that little thing here too. Okay, so here's how you add a client. And you just click here and you go through all the stuff, okay? And this is a little bit extra from what I wanted to tell you, but here is how important it is for you to learn the different plans QuickBooks has, because this is how you add your clients. And you can have different types of subscriptions. You have a revenue share. So if you sell them something, you may get some revenues for that subscription. And I believe it's for a year or so. Yeah, for the first 12 months, you're going to get 30% of the prescription. So if you sell them $140 package, you're going to get 30% of that, which is $14.28, $52 per month. And if you calculate that times 12, it's over $624, I believe. So anyway, it's a nice extra income and you don't have to work for it. You just have to click it correctly, okay? And then you can also say, hey, bill my firm. And I do that for my real estate company. I have a real estate company too. And so I get a discount of $30 on my real estate account. All right, so that was just a little goodie on top of here. Yes, we're gonna leave without savings. And then your clients just be here and you can click on your clients like this. It won't open any bookkeeping because that bookkeeping will be here, but you can click on it and it will open the bookkeeping, and the bookkeeping will look like the bookkeeping we did so far. And everything you enter and change in that bookkeeping will be in an audit log, which is this one here. And you can see if you'd made that change or if your customer made that change or client. And sometimes your client has also somebody who actually helps with the books and is not a professional bookkeeper or accountant, and they just invoice or they put the receipts in or whatever they do. You can also see their names if they have a separate login. Okay, so this function is very important. So how are we going to get, okay, so here's everything you work for your clients, teams, work. Work is kind of like a to-do list you can start. So it's all in here. And please click around. You cannot damage anything, okay? Click around, be nosy, figure out what's going on, how to do stuff like create projects and stuff. This is really, really cool. And then you have different types of apps, and we're going to start in chapter 7 to do more with extra stuff. What we did so far, including chapter 6, was more basic. Now we're going to do a little bit of extra stuff. All right, so let's finally go to the Pro Advisor and how you can get there and do it. So why to do it? And this is the reason why I say, if you plan to do a business in bookkeeping later on, you may want to set up your own account, because when you are done with your certificate, you are going to get some serious points. And then the more points you have, you climb up the ladder and you will get some more benefits like this one here, taking your business to the next level, develop your marketing influence and branding strategies, 3 well-known experts in the field, blah, blah, blah. So you really get some good stuff, premium phone and chat support. This is what you want if you have a lot of client in different fields. Sometimes you just need some extra help from the support team because QuickBooks is not SAP. It is limited in some sorts, but sometimes we don't really know what we can do because it is so big that we don't know everything, and you never know until you ask. Okay, so just go through the list and see if that's something for your future, and just do it. Here's how you see it, what it's worth. So your online active subscription is 100 points. Current certification for QuickBooks and all that stuff. So you can really get good points for that. And I feel like this is a really nice program to keep you motivated to do more and more and more, and at the same time, keep you educated. All right, so training. This is where you want to start. You're going to start with either personal path or certificate hub right away. Here's also a training library. This is just an overview. This training home is just an overview where you're at in your progress. Who's going to benefit for personal path? Everybody. The questions you may expect in that certificate are not what we think it will be. It is not, hey, if I click here, then this would happen. If I need to issue an invoice, I click new in the navigation bar. Sometimes they have these type of questions, but QuickBooks certificate is more, it's all multiple choice, and it is more about the system itself, about the products. So what you ought to do is you're going to start your personal path, and you click here. This is where you start. So it starts at 1. And I did that on my other account. So I did all of it. And then you just go through it and you take notes or you don't take notes. I mean, it really depends on how your study style is. And then you say continue and you read the next one, and you just say, where can I find help, or where can you find a template, how do you use the template? So just look for those writers up there, and you just go down there, continue training, and you just read and click on stuff and open stuff up. It's I like the way they do it because it really gives you some cool stuff. Like here, meet the client and gather information. They give you an Excel sheet. They could have labeled it a little bit better, but they give you an Excel sheet. Open it and see what it is. And you will find it a little bit overwhelming at the beginning, but if you try to understand that Excel sheet, you will find it is a very helpful tool. Okay, continue, look through this and all that stuff. So just click on the arrows, and then every little section has some multiple choice questions. These multiple choice questions, I have not seen them really in the exam, but they will help you to just see if you comprehended the material. I suggest to really take good notes, because you will have some questions where you're like, did I really see that? So you just work yourself through it. There's a lot of stuff. These are all different chapters. If you click here, you can see, okay, and then you can see how long it may take to do that. And again, that depends on what type of reader you are, if you're a note taker, if you're just, oh no, I got it, and it's good. So once you're done, and it gives you a progress percentage here, you go to your certificate hub. You can go there directly. This is not mandatory. This is optional. You can go here right away, and you can take your exam right away, okay? So you see resume exam. So here's the thing, you have 5 different exams in here, and you can do each exam 3 times, okay? So I thought, okay, I'll do exam 1 and just submit it and see what I got. And once I have what I want, then I continue on. This is not how it works. So they give you 5 exams, they let you work through it, and obviously you can resume your exam. This exam is not timed, and you can research, okay? So once you're done and you think, okay, I got it, I think I'm good. That's the exam 1. You get out of exam 1, and I cannot click here because there's a copyright window coming up, and I don't want to get sued for revealing anything that's behind there, okay? So you can do exam 1, then you get out of exam 1, and you continue with exam 2 until you are all the way through exam 5, and then you submit the exams. Do not only do exam 1 and submit, because then you already forfeit the first try for the rest of the exams. That was weird to me, but this is how it works. Maybe they changed it. I haven't taken the test for a longer time. So, but this is what it was, I think 3 months ago. All right. And that's all you got to do. Take the exam and try to pass it, and watch the video on how to do it, what are the requirements to pass it, and you're good to go. And it really benefits in your resume. So don't worry about the exam being on time or a closed book. It's open book, and it is not under time restrictions. So you can really do it in your own path, and you can start right now. So you're not freaking out at the end of the semester, and then you discover, oh man, I really didn't get it and I should study more, but now I don't have time. Maybe I should just do the final exam that Dr. Lambert provides, but then you didn't study for that. So I suggest start early, read a little bit every day, and then try to do this exam. And you have 3 tries. You can really try your best. Okay, so if you have more questions about the certificate and stuff, just email me do48@students.uwf.edu, and I will be happy to help you with any questions if I can. Okay, all right, I will see you in chapter 7.